Hello, my name is Herman. This video is the third in a series of 16 videos where we examine toxic relationships. Although we specifically focus on a man's relationship with a narcissistic woman, these videos can be informative for both men and women, as narcissistic abuse can affect both genders equally. Unfortunately, in our society, men are often perceived as perpetrators and women as victims. However, 40% of domestic violence victims are men. I, myself, am the child of a narcissistic mother. Due to my toxic upbringing, I became an easy target for other toxic individuals. Looking back, I suspect that 2 ex-girlfriends also had narcissistic personality disorders. In the previous video, I discussed the lack of empathy in narcissists and how they project their toxic behavior onto you. In this episode, we tackle another manipulation technique frequently used by narcissists, gaslighting. Gaslighting is a form of psychological manipulation where someone deliberately sows doubt about another person's perceptions, memories, or health to create confusion and gain control. Characteristics include denial, trivialization, contradictory information, and projection. This behavior can have serious consequences on the victim's mental well-being and is recognized as a form of emotional abuse. As an example of a lack of empathy, I mentioned in the previous video a situation where you get injured. A narcissistic partner's biggest concern might be avoiding blood on their new clothes. Imagine bringing this up later, expressing discomfort that they prioritized trivial things over your well-being. A narcissist will turn it around, claiming you deserved it because you aren't caring enough for them. Regardless of how you try to convey your point to the narcissist, they will repeatedly insist on your selfishness, making you believe you don't care about them. This is a clear case of projection. The more you try to assure them of your care, the more you feed their narcissistic needs. You get trapped in a cycle of fighting and begging for their love and approval while they continue to show how little they care about you, allegedly because you don't show enough affection. Constantly hearing this, you eventually start questioning if it might be true. You lose your own perspective and adopt that of the narcissist. The key to breaking free is recognizing early that you're being manipulated. Understand that normal people don't behave this way or treat others like this. If your partner lacks empathy and blames you for everything, while you know it's not true, don't constantly try to prove your innocence. Don't engage in discussions about what the truth really is. They know the truth, they want to see if you're strong enough to end the relationship. The longer you go along with their plan, the more foolish they think you are, and the more they'll disdain you. They see you as a weakling accepting treatment no one with common sense would accept. It's a gradual process where the narcissist slowly convinces you to accept psychological abuse as normal. It's likely that you're afraid of losing your partner. That's exactly what a narcissist wants. They want you to be so afraid of losing them that you accept the abuse. You're nothing more than a toy to them. The more pain you feel, the more pleasure and joy they derive from it. Another tactic narcissists employ is denying that certain events ever took place or that certain things were said. They might even claim that you said things when you know you never did. Alternatively, they may recount events that you know never happened. In their interactions with their victims, they use these techniques to create confusion and frustration. They also portray themselves as victims and label you as the perpetrator. This is gaslighting. Similar to projection, it's a way to manipulate you into thinking that you're the one who's crazy. That you're the one with the problem, not them. The longer you accept this, the more they believe you're weak and foolish. This is a method to mold you into the perfect victim who will always take the blame and accept it. You will never be loved by the narcissist, and they will continually prove this. When you enter a relationship with a narcissist, regardless of whether you're a man or a woman, they will initially come across as overwhelming. You'll receive a lot of positive attention, and they'll do a lot for you. They'll buy gifts for you and be very kind. However, early in the relationship, they slowly begin the process of projection and gaslighting. At the beginning of the relationship, a narcissist often appears overwhelming, providing lots of positive attention and kindness. But early in the relationship, they start the process of projection and gaslighting. The key is to recognize this early and understand what it is. Then, it's wise to end the relationship, no matter how difficult it may be at that moment. If you stay in the relationship, it will only get worse. In part 4, we'll discuss a typical character trait that can help you recognize a narcissistic partner in the early stages. If you don't want to miss this video, subscribe to this channel and click on the bell icon. Read articles on the website www.unmaskingnarcissism.com. You can also download a free ebook with 10 tips for recovery after narcissistic abuse. Thank you for watching this video, and until next time.